What's up, YouTube? Excuse me. This is part 5 of my coming out in detail. This might be a lot of TMI, but I don't know. I enjoy hearing about people's personal life experiences, and I know a lot of people that would rather have a non-fictional book in their hands than a fictional book in their hands. And this is kind of like a video non-fictional story. So, I mean, if you get something out of it, great. I would not watch this as the first video. I would go watch video 1 or part 1 all the way through part 4 before you go any further, because otherwise you will be lost. So I'm just gonna continue on with the story. I'm sorry y'all had to see my aggressiveness. Yeah, my room is packed up. There's boxes behind me. And I'm gonna actually need to stop this right quick because I need some music. Alright, I'm back. If you're watching this video and you've watched all 4 previous videos, I appreciate you continuing on watching this 5th video, because that is my darker side and I am a little defensive. And if you've been sexually abused before, you will understand why, because people will attack you, and they have attacked me before. So as far as people go, if you talk shit, I will block your ass. No lie. So you might as well not even try, because that's going to be marked against your account or whatever happens with that. But anyways, going on, and when I came back to my mom's house in 5th grade, I was a dark person, like I was saying. And I came back, my friend was awesome. Licking my lips so dry. My friend was awesome, and she kind of just helped me through like everything. She actually had told me to tell my mom and just everything. Like, so she was so happy to see me when I walked back in the 5th grade classroom, and everybody, you know, was like, Nikki, da 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 da. And I was just like this completely changed person. It was hard, you know. I don't know what's on the radio right now. I think I fucked up my radio station. Hold on. Oh, fuck it. I'm sorry, my bad. But anyways, I was, you know, just this different person, just really dark, just really like not happy at all. Still adjusting to everything, adjusting to life, adjusting to the fact that the bond between me and my mom would never be the same again. It's a lot of adjustments. And I wanted to be happy, I wanted to be psyched, and I kind of got into that. And I got into that after like a couple of weeks, and I noticed, I think maybe after a couple of weeks, I noticed this. And the teacher moved the desks around or whatever, and I was sitting at a new table. I don't know why, but I noticed this girl in my class looking at me, and she was like chocolate toned skin, rocked her hair in braids, tomboyish, and like our eyes connected, and something just clicked, like we was looking at each other for like a really, really long time, and I don't know, it was like some kind of like inner um thing. I felt calm, looking at her, and I'm like, you know. So I mean, beyond and at a later date, after like another seat change or whatever, she I think we changed seats like every 9 weeks or something. My teacher was pregnant and into like reorganizing the room. You know what I mean? um, my fifth grade teacher was, and um, we had a group project or something, and she wasn't even in our group, but she came over. I remember the dude across from me, which is actually my boy. I'm not going to say his name because then that kind of confirms to everybody who in the world I am, but he passed away. And he was like, "You have such pretty eyes," and he just would drool all over my eyes all the time. Like, and my best friend thought that was so hilarious. Like, she sat next to him and would just be cracking up. But anyways, old girl, he was going through this whole thing because he did it like every other day or something, and he she came up to me, or I was sitting like kind of like this, and she started like rubbing her fingers like up and down my arm, and for a minute, like, I don't know, like I just kind of like left the classroom and kind of like had like a little epiphany flashback or something, and with me and my stepsister, and I don't know, like it just threw me all off guard. And like when I finally like came back into the moment, like people are like, my best friends looking at us like and dude across the table was like, what are you doing? The old girl is, and she's just like, she's still touching me, she's like completely oblivious to the fact that we're like right in the middle of class and shit. And I'm like, oh, and I look at her, and then that's when like her smile like completely changes, the look on her face and everything just like completely changes. Cause I'm like, and my friend's like, what are you doing? She's like real protective of me. Like she stepped in before I had to leave, and actually fought this dude I was beefing with, which I, could have very well handled on myself. And I actually was mad at her for doing that, but then thankful because I didn't get suspended from school, and she kind of did. And she was in like ESL, and not saying anything like that, but she had problems in school because she couldn't understand the papers and stuff. And they had ESL, but they didn't have it like in the classroom tutoring, which is like really what they needed. So she didn't have the confidence in, the American school systems. That's a whole other topic. But anyways, and I think that's why she accepted my differentness, because she was gypsy. So she's just awesome. And it ended up being like, it spread around the school like that she was gay. And throughout this whole rumor stuff, I kind of like, she looked at me like completely different after that happened, and just like I didn't have anything to do with, like, she kind of just like stepped in the middle of the school, and like, she picked her own actions like right in front of everybody, you know what I'm saying? And I was just stuck like, oh my god, like, nobody told you? Nobody told you it was gonna be crazy if you did that? And like, I felt so bad for her. Like they got on her like so much, and just completely like, she completely like isolated herself in the class. And eventually, like when our teacher changed the desks again into rows, Um, we kind of talked. You know, I kind of just came up to her and asked her, and I'm like, um, "Are you gay? Like, are you gay?" And she was like, "No," and I'm like, "Are you sure?" And she's like, "Yeah, you know, at this point, like, not even trusting me, like, at all. I mean, would you if you had to go through that?" I don't blame her at all for not, but she denied it. But to this day, it's something that I remember because it was like confirming everything that my godmom said because people were crazy. And she just so happened to hook up with dude who lived next door to me. And he was actually like my sister's best friend's brother. And I thought maybe she kind of picked him to kind of pick at me, I guess, kind of. I don't know. I think maybe she had like some hard feelings because I just looked at her like I had no idea what to do. But anyway, stay tuned for part 6. Yes, there is a part 6. Sorry guys, this is so long. But I mean, if you're getting something out of it and you're spending your day, I mean, you can always come back to part 6. I just ask that you watch all the parts first, you know? Um, anyways, bye.